Hey there guys, this is Chase from Integrated Health Systems. So today we're going to be talking about IVF encroachment. We look at the spine here. In between all the individual vertebrae, there's this thing called the IVF, or the intervertebral foramen. Foramen is just a fancy word for hole. So in between the vertebrae, there are these holes that allow nerves to pass through. And so what can happen is over time with age, degeneration, faulty biomechanics, the IVF can start to narrow, and that will exhibit pressure on the nerves, right? And so if you increase pressure on a nerve, you decrease blood flow, you decrease the transmission velocity of signals coming to and from wherever that nerve is going. Let's say it's in my hand. If I have IVF encroachment, or stenosis is another word that you might be familiar with. If I have stenosis of my IVF in my neck, that can affect the nerves going into my hands. That can decrease sensation, decrease dexterity. And these aren't things that we want to live with. So today we're going to teach you some different IVF opening stretches, specifically for the lumbar spine, because that's a little more common due to faulty biomechanics in the low back that people have, especially with our sitting lifestyle. So what we're going to do is we are going to think about opening these IVFs on the left side of the body. Okay. So from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay on my right side. So my left side is up, right? If we think these IVFs are on the top, and we want to open them up. So the idea is laying down. I have my legs in a 90-90 position. So flex to 90 degrees at the hip, flex to 90 degrees at the knee. From here, I'm gonna get right to the edge of my bed, my couch, whatever I have to basically dangle my legs. From here, I'm going to let my legs hang down. What that's gonna do is that's really gonna open up those IVFs and really create space so that that nerve can receive better blood flow, better signals from the leg, and also just give a little bit of stretch to the musculature, give a little proprioception of, okay, what's going on in this low back, in the musculature connecting from the hips to the ribs, stretch along the posterior musculature on this left side. And what we can even do is, if we want to give a little extra, is we can pull up on the ribs while pushing down on the hip. That can even open up those IVFs more. So what we're going to do is we're going to hang out here for about 30 to 45 seconds. I'm not forcing my legs down. I'm applying a little extra pressure up on the ribs and the hip. Like I said before, you don't have to do that, but that's if you want a little extra stretch. After 30 to 45 seconds, what we're gonna do is we are going to help our legs back up, and we can rest for 60 seconds. If we hold this stretch position for too long, the muscles will reflexively spasm once you try to get back into this position, if you try to do it too quickly, and if you've been holding it for too long, let's say over a minute and a half. Okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this 3 or 4 times a day, doing at least 2 sets of hangs for 30 seconds. So in total, you're probably getting around 5 or 6 minutes each side over the day of just getting that stretch on the side, as well as decompressing those nerves. And so with that, what we can also do with the neck is we can anchor our hand on the side of the couch, bed, whatever. You can also do this in a chair. And this is gonna help stretch some of the musculature in the neck, but also work on opening those IVFs. So what we're gonna do is we're applying a little bit of stretch. Chin is going to tuck backwards, kind of like you're gonna give yourself like a turkey neck or a triple chin, hook it back like that. And then from here, we are going to rotate towards the side, the affected side. So if I'm using my right hand to anchor down, I'm going to turn to the right. And then I'm gonna let my head fall away. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna put the IVF in the proper position to open up as much as possible. Also getting a good stretch in these scalene muscles, which can also act as a compressive force on some of the nerves going out into the hands. If you've ever heard of things like thoracic outlet syndrome, this stretch really helps with that too. But just from opening an IVF model, we're going to anchor, chin tuck, turn to the affected side, lean away, and again, we're going for about 30 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds. If you want a little extra, you can take the hand that is not anchored, and you're not pulling, you're just allowing the weight of your arm to let that head get pulled ever so slightly more. There's no cranking of the neck. That will also cause spasm, just like in the low back. But go ahead and try that out, and we'll see you next time.